Welcome back on my channel. Today we talk about the new Delorean drop on Veve. I will talk a little bit about Oddkey NFTs again, and after that there's a hint on a nice physical release that I think is interesting to some people, and I was requested that I talk about some physical stuff too, so I will do that in this video. Let's go. And we'll start right away with the Delorean drop. Back to the Future Part 2 Delorean Time Machine, dropping Friday 21st of October at 8 AM PT. So this is the second version of the Delorean Time Machine, which in the movie was still the same car, but they did some serious changes on this thing, especially the engine. So that's the interesting part. You can see it really on this picture. They should have used like more of a back view, because the whole part on the back is very different to the one we have already in the app. That's where the main difference on this car are. There's difference on the front, of course. I mean, most obviously the tires that are just bent and ready for flying. So and in the front some pieces are different. So there's some minor differences. There will also be differences on the inside, but the main difference is on the back, where you can see it as soon as they release the file on the app. This thing is going to be interactive and can be scaled to 1:1 scale. That is great, will be fun. I have no idea if this will be as drivable as the one we already have. I think technically that's, well, quite a challenge, because it's hovering. Maybe they just let it hover, that would be a function. It won't be able to fly. I'm pretty sure that's impossible for them to do, at least in AR. Maybe in the showroom that's a possibility, but in AR I don't see that happening. Still, it's interesting how many editions we got. We got 5,888 edition with a list price of 80 bucks. It's not a blind box because it's just this one model. That's an interesting take. I mean, I said it last time, Veve makes it really easy now to know if you go for a drop or if you don't, if you're just looking to make money. Because if you want to make money, the drop usually is a little bit expensive, but real rare. This one, it's not as expensive as expected, but it's not cheap either, and the edition size is, yeah, quite in the middle. So I have no idea if this thing will sell out or not. Most likely not, because we are just not, there's no liquidity in the market. That's the main problem right now. But I also don't think that this thing will be for 2 weeks in the shop. But we will see. It's going to be interesting. I'm not going for it, but I'm sure it will be interesting. Also, it doesn't seem to be a first appearance, which is understandable because it's the same car. Then again, it's so different. I would have been cool with it being in another first appearance, since yeah, if you're a collector, if you have a model of this, usually you have 3 different models for each car from each movie. Technically, this car was also in the first movie at the end, but that was just a little preview before it was really shown in Back to the Future Part 2. And if you're interested in physical stuff, like this is nice, something I found way earlier. It's nothing new, from 2019. There is this model of a real floating DeLorean. They use a magnet for that, and it's super cool. I don't know if you can still buy it, but I thought it was a great thing. It has lights, looks awesome. Just wanted to show you guys that thing. Of course, I will link this video in my info box if you want to watch it. Let's go to Oddkey, because I want to talk about a few other things like Oddkey, Wrecker, Palm, and I never find the time to do videos about it. So I thought, okay, I will try to make these videos faster and talk about it on my drop videos. So I'll try my best, and I will really try to do this fast. Okay, so this is the Oddkey website. It was supposed to be a marketplace. For now, it is not. It's just a minting site for the NFT releases. That's due to some technical difficulties. It's not as big as a company as Veve, and they are also just starting out. But so far, that wasn't a problem at all. And here's a great video by Into the Metaverse. Dude is part of the Oddkey community, so he made a great video about it. I will just use this video so I don't have to jump around on different web pages to show you all the stuff, because it is already collected here on this video. So I will just use that video to go all to the parts that I think are important. I will also link his video in the info box so you can see, you can watch his video and see. It's going for roughly 4 minutes where he explains all about it. If you want it, I would highly suggest that. Watch the video, leave a like, you know, all the usual stuff. So what we see here is one of the first releases from Oddkey. It's the cover to Spawn 301, the record breaker. That was the first one, and these covers are animated. They look gorgeous. That's really gorgeous stuff. That was the second one, variant to 301, and as you can see, there was even a sketch happening on that cover. And this is the Steve Aoki drop from his comic, and you can see his signature here, how it's done. You can basically see him do the signature on the tablet. That is super awesome. I really love those NFTs. And this is the let's say this is your entry card to the Oddkey universe. That is the Spinoki. This was something that was in a raffle, and there were supposed to be 6,666. At the end of the day, it was a little less. It was 300, 415 that were actually minted. All other ones went to email addresses where no one was looking for, and they didn't see that it was time to mint. And these things, they really give utility. All the other stuff is usually meant to be a collector's item. This is really a utility token, and it's awesome. The utility we got, they didn't say there was any utility coming until this thing was minted, and then they just put utility on it. Like you have a whitelist for the drops that's coming up, and you get the drops cheaper. It's awesome. It's just awesome. This is the Magic Eden. Yeah, if you're a holder, you could have been at San Diego Comic-Con meeting Todd McFarlane. Yeah, I have 4 of them, but I wasn't in San Diego, so I couldn't meet him. And this is the Discord. This is where everything that's happened, what is going on. The Discord is where the community meets, where polls. This is a game you can play in the Discord. If you're a Spinoki holder, you can fight other members with characters from the Spawn universe. Awesome project. I really love that. Don't have time for it, sadly, but I think the game is great. I went for some rounds. It was awesome. Also, you can use your NFTs to stake OCT, which you will also get when you get some extra NFTs for attending these events, like the Oddkey cafes, the trivia nights. Trivia night is tonight. I hope I can make it. Yeah, and on the Oddkey cafe, they always have guests. Todd McFarlane himself was there a couple of times already. Trivia night is super much fun. We now have 2 big teams, and you compete with different trivias. It's just awesome. It's so much fun. Like, the community on Oddkey is awesome. That's why it's my favorite NFT project. I totally love Oddkey. This is one of the cafes we watched Todd McFarlane draw this sketch here, this new character, which was then later made into an NFT that could have been bought with OCT tokens. It's the Oddkey community token, and those tokens you can acquire by stacking your NFTs and your Spinoki. So that is super cool. Like, you have this stuff because you love it, then you can stack it, and for staking you get these tokens, and with these tokens you can get even more, and you get OCT for staking these pieces. These are popes that you attended the trivias, that you attended the cafes, that you attended a live stream from a Comic-Con. That is so awesome. It is great. Like, if you love this stuff, if you're a collector, then this is super great. Here's the amounts of tokens you will get for staking your NFTs. And as you can see, the more rare your NFT is, the more tokens you can stack. That is super awesome. One of the biggest multipliers is ×5 for the artist original one-of-ones. That's, for example, the Todd McFarlane one-of-one, or even a one-of-one that I did, which is shown here in a second, I guess. Let me just slow it down a bit so that we can see all the great artists here that were also there. Just wait a second. Here we are. So that were the NFTs that were made during NYCC. Of course, that was the Todd McFarlane piece. This is from Andu, that is a community member. Awesome piece. He's actually drawing a lot of these pieces on physical New York train maps. I guess it was New York City train maps. I'm not sure about the New York part, but on train maps. That is just a great idea, I think. Awesome. This is my piece I created for this NFT project, and it sold for 1.2 million OCT. I was really happy to hear that. That is nice. I mean, they were all pretty expensive. The Todd McFarlane one, the first one, went for over 2 million OCT. I think 1.6 for Andus. I'm not sure, but mine was 1.2 million. That was also awesome. And this is Zabriel Kennedy, a designer from McFarlane Toys. He also released one. And this is the second one that went out from Todd McFarlane. This was the highest, several million OCT. Super awesome. Yeah, totally in love with that community. I think it's one of the best projects. It's the best project I've seen so far. Not in the sense of making money. If you want to make money, it might not be the best place right now. Like if you want to make quick money, it's not so easy here. If you want to have a satisfying experience, chill with like-minded people that just love the NFT stuff, the art, and if you're an old school comic book fan, it's just a perfect place. And this website itself, Oddkey, is going to become a marketplace for various artists, for more independent artists in the yeah, I guess every type of art, because they're also looking for musicians and stuff. So that is going to be super interesting. It just takes a little bit of time. But in the meantime, we have lots of fun in the Discord. And I mean, I got two real great NFTs. I got both of the record cover NFTs, and both times I was lucky to get a signed one, which is super great. I'm in Germany. It's so hard for me to get anything signed by Todd McFarlane here. Like a physical piece signed by Todd McFarlane would be super great, but I really got the next best thing. And it's not even the next best thing. It is as awesome because it's signed, but it's way more rare because this piece has like, I guess 50 signed pieces and I have one of them. So it's 1 of 50, and it's actually 1 of 1 because every signature has been recorded. Like each one was recorded extra. It's not one recording of a signature that was used for all 50. No, every one of those 50 pieces had a live recording of the signature. This is very, very special in my opinion. It is the next best thing if you're not able to be at a Comic-Con and meet Todd McFarlane in person. So, oh yeah, last thing I wanted to talk about. This was, there's going to be a physical release of these covers. Disney is having their 100th anniversary. And on this occasion, they will bring out classic Marvel covers with Disney characters like Mickey Mouse, Goofy, Minnie Mouse, Donald Duck. So this will happen once a month for all of 2023. Pre-orders for January are out already. So this is the first one, and this will be, it's confusing, but it's actually Amazing Spider-Man 17. Even if it says The Avengers, it's just an Avengers variant, but the issue is Amazing Spider-Man 17, the Disney 100 variant. So I guess these will be highly sought after, I would think. I know that the German community really jumped up on these pieces and they did quite some pre-orderings already. We can see some more. The second one will be a Fantastic Four 1 homage. That looks awesome. I'm really intrigued to get myself this one. And the third one will be Incredible Hulk 1 homage. We don't know about the other 9 pieces that will come. I totally expect to see AF-15 variant there, but we'll see. Personally, right now, I think I might go for this Fantastic Four variant, not the other 2. And if you want to be really, really special, you can take a black and white variant of this. Those are 1 in 100 incentive variants. That means a comic shop has to buy 100 pieces of this book just to get one of these black and white variants. They are usually quite expensive, but if you're interested, let your LCS know and pre-order this thing. So that is 50 minutes, almost perfectly. So that means I'm out. I made it 50 minutes. That's quite good for 3 topics. Yeah, leave a like and reply. That would be awesome. I totally love to hear your opinions on all this stuff. So otherwise, leave a like, you know, subscribe if you haven't, and we'll see us in the next video. Bye bye.